I feel like I'm getting hammered.
10 controversial calls that left WNBA fans stunned. From an out-of-nowhere body check to a baffling technical foul, Caitlin Clark has been caught in the crossfire. Is this just a rough rookie welcome, or is there something deeper going on? The arena hums with electricity as Clark steps onto the hardwood. All eyes lock in, fans holding their breath, phones at the ready, waiting to witness the next highlight. But as the season unfolds, the hype is met with growing unease. The cheers are still there, but now they're laced with confusion and frustration. Whispers swirl through the stands, echoing louder with each questionable call. Are the refs giving Clark a fair shake? Some fouls are glaringly ignored, others shockingly invented. Clark continues to play with intensity, driving, dishing, defending, but there's a weight hanging in the air. Every whistle feels like a roll of the dice. What should be a celebration of talent is turning into a spectacle of scrutiny, and the spotlight only burns hotter with each game.
Indiana leads by 11 with 5:48 remaining.
What's really happening on the court? Is it simply the fiery intensity of elite competition, or is there something deeper behind these eyebrow-raising calls? Strap in, because we're breaking down 10 moments that had WNBA fans questioning the integrity of the officiating, and believe me, number 7 will leave you speechless. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay locked in on every twist, turn, and whistle. Now, let's rewind to the first incident on our list, an early playoff moment that had fans seeing red, or in Caitlin Clark's case, black and blue. It's September 22nd, the WNBA playoffs have just tipped off. Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun. The arena is buzzing, every eye fixed on the league's most talked about rookie. But just minutes into the game, the buzz turns into a collective gasp. As Clark positions for the ball, Sun guard Dijonai Carrington lunges in aggressively, going for the steal, but instead connects squarely with Clark's eye. She stumbles back.
Harassed by Carrington, finds Boston. Clark gets hit in the face by Carrington and is down.
As the game progresses, something feels off. Caitlin Clark, known for her laser-precise shooting, suddenly can't find her rhythm. Her usual confidence from beyond the arc vanishes. 0 for 6 from 3, just 1 for something from the field in the first half. The reason? A swelling bruise now shadows her eye, a painful reminder of Carrington's earlier contact. The shiner grows darker, and so does the energy surrounding every missed shot.
Is still down after taking a shot following the pass to Boston.
Even the commentators couldn't ignore the contact. Slow-motion replays showed it clear as day. But from the referees, not a single whistle, no foul, no review, just silence. Despite her shooting struggles that night, Caitlin Clark didn't let the missed calls dictate her presence on the court. Her jumper might have been off, but her impact was undeniable. She adapted, shifting gears, facilitating plays, pushing the tempo, and staying vocal on both ends. It was a display of grit and maturity, proof that her game runs deeper than just highlight reel threes. Still, the moment raised a glaring question. How much influence do the refs really have? Not just on the game's rhythm, but on a player's well-being. Fast forward to another heated matchup against the Connecticut Sun, this time on August 28th. At first, it looked like any other regular season clash, but minutes in, it turned into a test of endurance and physicality that pushed the boundaries of fair play. Veteran forward Alyssa Thomas delivered a punishing body check that sent Clark sprawling to the floor. The thud echoed through the arena. Gasps turned into shouts as fans awaited a flagrant. Instead, the refs deemed it a simple common foul, a decision that only fueled the controversy further.
Take another look here at the heavy contact.
Social media erupted in outrage within minutes. "That's not basketball," one fan blasted, while another labeled it a straight-up cheap shot. The slow-mo clips didn't lie. Shoulder lowered, full contact. The consensus across platforms was loud and clear. This wasn't just physical play. It should have been a flagrant. The absence of a stronger call ignited fresh debate over officiating standards in the league, with many questioning how closely player safety is really being protected. But amid the controversy, Caitlin Clark didn't flinch. Battered but unbowed, she shook it off, literally, stood up, and got back to work. No theatrics, no hesitation. Her response wasn't loud, but it was powerful. A quiet, fierce determination that spoke volumes. She went on to make key plays, shift momentum, and prove once again why she's not just a rising star. She's a competitor built for moments like this. Resilient, composed, and laser-focused, Clark made it clear. She's here to fight through it all.
To Thomas.
Yeah, they're not going to look at this. They might.
Got the fans here.
Just when it seemed like Caitlin Clark had weathered every storm, a new challenge blindsided her. And this time, it didn't come during live play. Picture the scene: a late-game timeout, tension crackling in the air, Clark feeding off the electric energy of the crowd. She's near the Seattle bench, hyping up fans with her signature fire. The game's already intense, emotions running high. And then, out of nowhere, veteran guard Skylar Diggins-Smith makes her move. It wasn't during a fast break or a hard screen. This was an off-ball moment, unexpected and charged with unspoken emotion. All eyes darted to the referees. Would they see it? Would they act? The arena froze for a beat, waiting to see how authority would respond to a confrontation that didn't follow the script. Out of nowhere, Skylar Diggins-Smith stepped in, shouldering Caitlin Clark aside with a move that was anything but subtle. The crowd's roar instantly shifted to stunned gasps, then to a wave of boos that echoed through the arena. But the refs? Silent. No whistle, no warning, not even a glance. The moment lit a firestorm online, with fans erupting across social media, demanding accountability. Was it gamesmanship or a blatant lack of respect? Either way, the silence from officials spoke volumes.
Okay, by now I'm sure you've seen Skylar Diggins assault Caitlin Clark after Indiana blew out Seattle.
While Skylar Diggins-Smith's shoulder check slipped by unnoticed, Caitlin Clark's reaction moments later did not. The officials, suddenly hyper-aware, were quick to act. But was their scrutiny fair, or a glimpse into a deeper double standard, emerging within the WNBA? The same heated August 18th clash against the Seattle Storm was already teetering on the edge. With 7:14 left in the third quarter, Clark missed a shot, a rare one, and, in a flash of frustration, tapped the hoops. Padding. Not a tantrum, not a scene, just a moment of visible emotion. But in that instant, the whistle pierced the air. Technical foul. No warning, no hesitation. Fans watched in disbelief as one player's unchecked aggression was ignored, while another's minor expression was met with swift punishment.
Caitlin Clark gets hit with a technical.
The call instantly ignited a firestorm of debate. Was it just raw, personal frustration boiling over, or did it cross the line into outright unsportsmanlike behavior? Clark offered her side of the story, explaining her reaction in a way that added even more layers to the moment.
I got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed the three and then I went and hit the backboard, and he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball, so.
Despite the setback, Clark wasn't about to let it throw her off course. Instead, it had the opposite effect. It lit a fire in her. "I think it actually fueled me to push even harder," she said. "After that, I truly felt like we were playing better as a team." In the heat of the moment, Clark found motivation where most would lose their focus. Even with the shove and the technical foul hanging over her, she stayed poised, unshaken. She was a force on the court, keeping her eye on the bigger picture, the game and the fans. With the Fever dominating the Storm by 17, Clark delivered a game-changing performance, racking up an impressive 23 points.
Nothing to do with my team, it had nothing to do with their reffing, had nothing to do with other team. It was just because I'm a competitor.
If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know your time is valuable, and we truly appreciate you sticking with us. Now, let's get back to the action. What started as a series of technical fouls quickly escalated into something much more intense as the Indiana Fever clashed with the Las Vegas Aces. But the real turning point came in the blink of an eye. A split-second collision sparked outrage and raised a chilling question that had everyone on edge. How far is too far when it comes to physical play in the WNBA? On September 11th, at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. The crowd's roar was suddenly replaced by a collective gasp as Jackie Young's hand collided with Caitlin Clark's face. The rookie sensation stumbled, visibly shaken, her dazed expression speaking volumes about the impact of the moment.
Working inside the reverse. Owen took a big hit there on Jackie Young.
The entire arena held its breath as the referee blew the whistle, common foul. But this wasn't just any foul. For the second time in the final minutes, the game saw a collision that left the crowd in shock. But Caitlin Clark, ever the fierce competitor, didn't flinch. She shook it off and kept pushing forward, refusing to let the moment derail her focus. Yet, despite her resilience, the impact of the collision lingered, serving as a stark reminder of the razor-thin line between hard-nosed play and something far more dangerous. Clark's ability to bounce back was a testament to her unyielding toughness, but it also sparked an important question that echoed throughout the gym. At what cost does this kind of physicality come? On May 22nd, the Indiana Fever found themselves in an intense showdown with the Seattle Storm. As the clock ticked down toward halftime, the tension in the arena was palpable, building with every second. Then, Caitlin Clark, with her eyes fixed on the basket, made her move, driving hard to the rim. She absorbs one hit from Seattle's defense, then another, and another. 3 solid fouls, no whistle.
Left, goes around to Gumake, drives baseline, and shot rejected by Izzy Mack.
The roar of the crowd quickly turned to disbelief as the tension in the arena reached a breaking point. Christy Sides, head coach of the Indiana Fever, wasn't holding back. "We've got to get better with the officiating. We need some of those calls," she declared post-game, her frustration seeping through every word. The dust from one controversial call had barely settled when another controversy loomed on the horizon. Now picture this: a star player, a pivotal moment, and a defense. That seems to have supernatural abilities. Sound far-fetched? Welcome to Caitlin Clark's world. On June 19th, it was the Washington Mystics facing off against the Indiana Fever. The atmosphere was electric, the crowd on the edge of their seats, eyes locked on Clark as she prepared for another iconic play. She surged toward the basket, rising for a shot, but out of nowhere, Stephanie Del Don made her move. Contact. The ball was swatted away. The crowd collectively held its breath, waiting for the whistle to blow, but it never came.
Clark turns on the Jets. Clark to the rim and blocked. Oh, Dolson got back. Clark thought there was...
Fans erupted in frustration, their anger spilling over onto social media, where disbelief echoed across the platform. How could such obvious contact go uncalled? It was a moment that left everyone questioning the fairness of the game. Some chalked it up to what they dubbed typical rookie treatment, especially given Caitlin Clark's star status. But for many, this felt like more than just a one-off. It seemed to signal a disturbing pattern. As one fan put it, elbow to the face, no call. Clark hitting the post, that's a technical? Now let's rewind to May 18th, during one of Clark's first high-stakes WNBA games, as she faced off against the New York Liberty. Caitlin found herself yet again in the eye of the officiating storm. As she weaved through the defense, Breanna Stewart set a screen that sent shockwaves through the arena. The hit was undeniable, the impact impossible to ignore, yet somehow, the whistle remained eerily silent.
Who has 8 points and 3 assists as Stewart sets the screen on.
The crowd watched in stunned silence as Caitlin Clark stumbled, visibly shaken by the brutal collision. It was clear the hit had left its mark, and social media instantly erupted with cries of foul play. Yet, despite the uproar, the referees remained steadfast, their whistles silent. Screens are a fundamental part of basketball, part of the strategy that shapes the game. But when does a solid pick cross the line into something more dangerous? Clark's mental toughness had been on full display countless times, but this was different. Her physical limits were about to be pushed to the edge. Then, on May 20th, what should have been a routine play turned into a moment that would make even the most experienced refs second-guess their calls. The game against the Connecticut Sun started like any other, but it quickly evolved into a test of Clark's resilience. As she maneuvered through a hard screen, disaster struck. Her ankle twisted violently, sending her crashing to the court. The crowd gasped in unison, the sound of their collective shock filling the arena as Clark lay there, pain written all over her face.
That they can stop Caitlin and that they're the better team.
Oh, Caitlin goes down.
The arena fell into stunned silence as the referees, unmoved, let the moment pass. No whistle, no foul call. Fans watched in disbelief, their voices rising in frustration. But Caitlin Clark, ever the competitor, wasn't about to let this setback define her. Despite the clear discomfort, she refused to be sidelined by the injustice, continuing to play with the heart and grit that have become synonymous with her name. Through the pain, she showcased the mental and physical toughness that sets her apart, pushing through the moment and proving just how deep her resilience runs. Clark's ability to perform under pressure, to rise above the calls that others might crumble under, spoke volumes about her unwavering dedication to the game. Yet, as we look back, the 10 controversial calls she's endured have left fans stunned and questioning the integrity of WNBA officiating. From brutal body checks that seemed to go unnoticed, to phantom fouls that ignited debates on social media, Clark has faced it all. But let's not overlook the bigger picture. These incidents raise serious questions about the future of WNBA officiating. How can the league ensure fair play without sacrificing the intensity and passion fans crave? We've seen the calls. We've witnessed Clark's perseverance. Now, we turn it over to you. What's your take? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out on the latest updates. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.